Hello. Y'all, welcome to Worthy Wednesday. Sometimes I'm getting caught off guard because Facebook updated and so now the live is different. I was like, how do I even add the title to this thing? Y'all, do you know how mad I am right now because I don't know how to do it? Anyway, I digress. I guess I will add the title after this is over, but welcome to Worthy Wednesday. Let me get my notes. This is my trusty dusty notebook, but y'all know this is my second one because I filled up the other one last year with all of our Worthy Wednesdays, all 27. And now I have started a new notebook. Well, I started it in January. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to Worthy Wednesday, Worthy Women. I hope this week has been epic. It excites me every day to think of the impact that you are having not only in your life, but in the lives of all the worthy women that you know and all the worthy women that you have yet to meet. I've heard some phenomenal testimonies this week about people that we have been praying for and just breakthrough in different things. So I'm so thankful for that. But this month we are talking about time, and y'all, last week we talked about past time. And actually, I didn't really finish the lesson for last week. I had some other things that I really wanted to cover. And part of me thought that I would just go back to that and finish it. But when I went to read my notes and just kind of go over it a little bit, I was kind of like, blah, that's not it. So then I decided what I really wanted to do, because each week I wanted to cover a different facet of time and then just kind of move forward as I kept going with time. And then I thought, maybe I should go back. Maybe I should go back. Maybe I should go back. But I didn't, because y'all will be excited. I didn't go back. So anyway, let's get to work, shall we? Here we go. So last week we talked about past time. This week, I want to talk about present time. And I want to talk about time in relationship to what am I doing right now? What am I doing today? What am I doing when I get home from work? What am I doing when I go to the grocery store? There's so many facets of time that I think we as women do not really pay attention to, because we categorize our life in relationship to the activities, the people, the circumstances, the situations, and the responsibilities that we have. We do not categorize it in relationship to actual time. 1,440 minutes in the day is all we have. And I can tell you, I just heard again about the marble challenge. Have y'all ever heard of that? You have like 876 marbles. And I think that's how many weeks it is from the time your child is born until they turn 18. You only have like 870 something weeks. Anyway, I'll get the right reference for it. But basically, you take a marble out each week, and then you kind of sort of realize where you are in relationship to time. But I thought about, man, that's not really what I want to talk about. I don't want to talk about that, because we realized, and we've already learned, that time continues. Time goes by. It keeps going. So whether or not you look at it in relationship to the number of weeks you live, or the number of weeks from one activity to another, or how many years your children have been alive, how many years you've been married, how many years you've not been married, the only thing that I really want to be concerned about, worthy women, especially at this juncture in my life, is how am I spending my present time? I don't even know if you guys have ever thought about this. Like, I haven't really thought about it until I really started studying a little bit more about why I think and know that time is so important, and why we can always make money. We can always go on vacation. We can always get a side hustle. We can always start a business. We can always go back to school. But you know what we can't always do? Get more time. We don't have it. That's not a privilege that we have been given. The privilege is the present time that we have right now, not the past anymore, because y'all know that's over, right? That's over. Okay, we're done with that. But what we have is the present time. And I know, for me, especially in the year of me, 2021, that it's important that I start paying attention to my present time. Where am I spending my energy? Where am I spending my resources? Where am I spending my money? Let me just be honest. Let me tell y'all, sometimes I feel like I'm spending it at Chick-fil-A. Oh, Father. Anyway, you don't have to love Chick-fil-A. I love Chick-fil-A. But where am I spending my present time? So time, we know, is 1,440 minutes in a day, and is the measured or measurable period during which an action, a process, or a condition exists or it continues. Okay, so time exists, which is amazing, and it also continues. Isn't that great? How many things can do that at the same time? Exist and continue? Huh. Not very many things, but time is one of those things. So I want to really dive into present time because I believe that your assignment in recognizing how much time you've wasted living in the past, how much time you've allowed secrets to keep you from living, how much time you've realized the past could either be a foe, you could fight it, or you could have fear about it. I think it's now time that we look and examine at what we're doing presently. So, of course, y'all know I went to the dictionary. Now, listen, I really haven't been to the dictionary as often, and I'm not sure why that is, but it's okay. But when I need to go, y'all know that I love going to the dictionary. So this is something that struck me, that, and I knew this was exactly what I was supposed to talk about. So present in the dictionary, it can be used as an adjective, a noun, or a verb. But here's the kicker, worthy women. Present is pronounced two ways in the dictionary. Now, I cannot tell you how many times I've actually looked at a word in the dictionary and pressed the little speaker button to hear the word. Not because I don't know how to pronounce the word, but sometimes I like to hear the word again, because it's so easy to say things over and over and over again and not really know if we're saying the right thing. Okay, sidebar, that'll preach right there, but let me just move on from that. We can say stuff over and over and over and over and over again and not be saying that word or that phrase or that thought correctly. And what happens when you don't say something correctly and no one comes back to say, hey, that isn't the way it's pronounced, or you mispronounced that, or are you trying to say this? Then we continue using something incorrectly. Kind of like time. If we are not aware that we only have it right now, and what is to come, we don't have that yet, and once what was, we don't have it anymore, then we will be incorrectly using our present time. So I listened to the pronunciation of present like 7 times. So the first word in the dictionary is present, right? Which is an adjective and a noun, and it has the long E sound, present. I was like, oh, okay, duh. And then when I got down to the verb, I hit the button again, and this particular enunciation of the word has the short E sound. And I was like, what? Wait a minute. So phonetically, it's written different. One has the regular E, and then the other one has the E that's upside down, or it's facing the opposite direction. And that word is present. I was like, wait a minute. So then my English brain was having a heyday, because, back in the day, we learned about homophones and homonyms, words that sound the same but mean something different, or words that are spelled the same but mean something different, right? So I was like, wait a minute, the word is present and the word is present. Words are spelled exactly the same, but they have 2 different meanings, but it's the same spelling of the word, P-R-E-S-E-N-T and P-R-E-S-E-N-T. So, oh, worthy women, y'all know I was like, bing, 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 all over my brain. So present is an adjective and noun, has the long E. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. Present time. But present is the verb, spelled exactly the same way. And it means to give, to make a gift, or to bring attention. And I thought, how appropriate that we need to present ourselves, time, in the present. See, because When I present something, I'm giving it as a gift. Time has been given to us as a gift. God has presented to us the present. Okay, y'all, listen, I just want you to know how excited I am about teaching y'all this right now, okay? So, the emphasis when you say the word, the inflection is distinctive, and that changes the meaning. It changes the meaning of the word. So how one word is spoken. Okay, how one word is spoken, whether I say present or present, it has different effects on the way that you hear. It has different effects on the way that you think. Why does it do that? Why does it do that? Because the same spelling of a word means two different things. Okay. So if I were to say hello, you'd be like, oh, hello. She wasn't very upbeat. She wasn't very happy. She was just kind of blah. But then if I was like, hey, you'd be like, hey. Because the way that I said the same thing, hello and hello, or hey and hey, it has a different effect on how the person interprets what that inflection in my voice really means. So if I present something to you, I'm giving it to you, I'm offering it to you to take it and then do as you will with it. But if I am present with you, that means I am saying to you, I am now in the same space. I am now in the same location. I'm now in the same physical place as you, and I will go with you to do whatever it is that you have set out to do. So in one sense, I'm bringing something to you, but in the other sense, I'm giving to you everything that I have, which is me, totally. So, present time. Let's see what it means. So present, of course, as an adjective means now existing or in progress. Something is going on as we speak. For example, y'all, you're breathing right now. That is going on presently. Okay, you are breathing right now. It also means at or during this time. For example, what time will they present the diplomas? At 7:30 p.m. So at 7:30, every high schooler at this particular high school will be presented their diploma. They're going to have it right then. Now, present also means now. Do y'all know how fast that is? It's right now, instantly, right now. While we're talking, we're doing it right now. So it means at the present moment. It is time immediately before the present. So if I said, oh, I just thought about that right now. So right before I had that thought, I was thinking about that and then I had the thought. Okay. It also means in the time immediately to follow. If I were to say to you, come inside now, that means whatever you're doing, stop that and then make your way inside. So present is now or existing in progress. So tonight, right now, let's talk about present time. All right. So here's how I want you to think about it, worthy women. What are you doing every single day? What are you doing? You could actually make a list about the things that you're doing every day. For example, you go to work, you get up, take a shower, you cook, you might clean up, you might watch TV, you might sleep, you might scroll on your phone for a couple of hours or 10 hours, depending on what you're doing throughout the day. But that's what you're doing in your present, in your reality. Those things are constantly existing and they are in progress. Either I'm watching a television show or I just finished watching. Either I'm cooking dinner or I've already cooked dinner. Either I am sleeping or I'm about to get up. So those are things that I presently do right now. Right now in my space, I am using my time to do those things. But what I really need to know is, how do you really spend your present time? Because of course we all sleep, we all work, we all eat, our parents take care of our responsibilities. We are daughters, we are cousins, we are nieces, we are aunts, we are grandmothers, some of us. So we do the things that we are supposed to do. But honestly, worthy women, because to be honest, we love doing that. How do I really spend my present time? Am I worried? Am I anxious? Am I depressed? Am I gossiping? Oh, because y'all know I would take it there. Am I sad? Am I bitter? Am I angry? Am I stressed out? Am I disconnected? How am I really spending my present time? See, it's easy to confuse what I really do with my time versus what I think I'm doing with my time. Because see, what I think I'm actually doing is sleeping and eating and working and adulting and doing the things that I'm supposed to do. But honestly, what I'm doing is being worried and being anxious and being depressed. I'm a gossip, or I'm sad, or I'm bitter, or I'm stressed out, or I'm hateful, or I'm disenchanted. Whatever I really am doing presently, I don't really acknowledge that, because then that means I would have to say I am actually admitting that I am not using my time wisely. The present time that I have is being duped. It's being wasted. It's being forfeited because I am not using it properly. So honestly, I don't know about you, but how I really think I spend my time is like, I think, oh, I'm joyful, I'm happy, I'm hope-filled, I'm full of courage, I believe in myself, I believe in my dreams, I believe in the things that I'm supposed to be doing. Y'all, that's how I think I'm spending my present time, because honestly, that's what I believe. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can believe anything. I love my life. I love everything that's in it. I enjoy every moment to the fullest. But in real life, I'm not doing that. Yeah, I am not doing that in the present moment. What I'm doing in the present moment is wondering, why am I working so much? Why am I tired all the time? Why do I have to work 45 hours a week? Why do I have to work 12 hours a day? Why does my car need gas again? Why do I have to drive 35 minutes to work? Why do I have to go buy groceries again? How many more weeks until Gianna goes back to college and my refrigerator will stay full? See, that is exactly how I am spending my present time that I can't get back, and time that I can't hope to have in the future, and time that I can't wish I had done back in my past, because right now in my present, I am not using my time wisely. I just, I really thought to myself, there's no way that as a worthy woman, I have wasted my present time. Because see, we never talk about present time as a waste, because we think we'll always get present time again. Like, well, if I didn't get everything done today, tomorrow I will. But see, that's not present time, that's future time. You're banking on that tomorrow you'll be able to get up again by the grace of God and do the things that you didn't get to today when you had the present time to do it. But how many years, okay, and let me not talk about you, let me just talk about me. How many years have I wasted my present time hoping that tomorrow I'll be able to cover the ground that I was supposed to cover today? I wonder how many years I've wasted making lists and then only to add more things to that list and never, ever live in the present moment. Now, worthy women, I want you to know, and this is no cliche by any means, only time will tell what we've actually done with our present time. See, the past time is over. So that story has already been told. Now, I want to say something to you that might be a shocker. Tonight, when you go to sleep and the clock strikes midnight, everything you've done today becomes past time. So you can't even go back and try to attempt to do anything that you were supposed to do today or that you thought you were supposed to do, because that day will be past. It'll be over. And you will only have the opportunity when you get up by the grace of God to live present. Now, there's a lot of talk about, living in the moment, being aware now, all this stuff. Listen, I'm not against that stuff. I mean, I feel like, okay, it makes sense. However, I think it's a fallacy for us to believe that the present moment only matters every time you snap your finger, or it only matters after you have some magical awakening, which it's not an awakening, worthy women. It is you changing your belief system about the time that you have in your life. It is about you making an agreement between your head and your heart, and then the words that come out of your mouth to say, hey, I cannot waste present time. Let me give you an example. I want to go to law school, right? Okay. I can every day say, I want to go to law school. I can say it for the next 876 weeks, if that's how long 18 years is. I don't know. I'll make sure to correct that. But I'm telling you, the only difference between me saying it and doing it is me doing the things necessary to get from saying it to actually being in law school. But why is it? Why is it that we think, and maybe not you, me, why is it that I think that if I keep saying it, eventually I'm going to get myself to do it? Well, I don't know, because I can talk about things all the time. See, that's the beauty of being in the present. I can tell you what's happening now. I can tell you my emotions now. I can tell you my hangups today. I can tell you my frustration today. But what I'm not going to tell you is my responsibility to dealing with those particular hangups in my life and what I need to do in order to change my current circumstance. See, what I'm not going to do in my present time is become accountable, because then then I'm accountable. And if I'm accountable, that means I can't pass the buck to anybody else. That means I can't say, well, I didn't have enough time, or I can't say I ran out of time, because the reality is, worthy women, you don't run out of time. What you run out of is excuses. And maybe this has never happened to you, because I realize that this is really about me pretty much all the time. I've recognized that a lot of my present time that is now turned into past time is because I made an excuse as to why something did not get done, why I haven't gone back to law school, or why I didn't go get my shoes tied when I needed to get my shoes. I have found, just clearly, just paying attention, just being present in present time, I have recognized the reason why things aren't any different is because I haven't made a decision right now for them to be different. If you're struggling with anger, if you're struggling with frustration, if you're struggling with rejection, well, not only do you have the capacity, the God-given capacity on the inside to deal with that, you also have the resources, counseling and therapy and all of these things. But I've discovered that not you, but me, will make an excuse as to why the present time is not the right time, why the present time is not the only time for me to make a decision to change something that would potentially change the rest of my life. I wonder, why is it I don't want the present time to become enjoyable, but I'd rather be tormented in my present time because I don't want to make a decision. I don't want to change my mind. I want everybody else to talk about all the things that they're going to get to do, to talk about all the things that they're going to get to be. And I just want to say I'm living in the present. I'm just waiting as things go by and as time goes by and as time continues. I just want to be able to say, well, I'm just living in the moment. But I've said to myself many, many times, and especially today, Carrie, well, what moment exactly are you living in? What present time are you living in if you're not doing anything? If you've spent the entire present being angry and being anxious and being bitter and hoping and hoping and hoping and hoping and hoping and wishing and wishing and wishing, you haven't used any of the present time to actually do something. I was like, shut up. Girl, stop it right now. Do you see, the present is designed for action? Y'all, the present time that you have is not designed for you to work yourself to death. It is not designed for you to be a super parent. I mean, it is designed for you to be a parent if you are, because I am. But it's not designed for you to be a super parent that you only exist because of your children. You only live because of your children. No, no, no. I literally had my dad tell me when Gianna was born, remember, she joined your life, you didn't join hers. And I was like, what are you talking about? Get out of here. What kind of grandfather are you? But I think it took me about 16 years to figure out what he meant. What he was saying was, his daughter, you'll have all these present moments with her. First steps, first words, first school, first kindergarten, first middle school, first graduate, college. You have a lot of present moments with her. But what you won't get back is the opportunity for you to do while she was present, because you've been living and in what shall be and what will be in the future and all those things. And I was just like, oh my gosh, are you telling me, Karee Michelle, that you put your life on hold in certain areas and aspects because you thought the present time was to be in the present for her and not for you? Did you honestly decide that being a mother was more important than being yourself? And then I thought, well, of course I did, because hello, I want to be a good mom. But worthy women, I want to tell you that we are not defined by the roles that we have been assigned. We choose to be in those roles. We choose to become good daughters and good aunts and good mothers and good executives and good. We choose to become those things, but you can only choose something if you are aware of your present time, that only today do I get to make a difference in the life of my daughter. Only today do I get to make a difference in the life of my niece. Only today do I get to make a difference in the life of my coworkers. Only today do I get to make a difference in the life of my students. Only today. Because that's present time, because tomorrow it will be past time. I can't hope and wish and pray that what I did yesterday was enough for today. No, because today I have a new opportunity to be present again. So, worthy women, I said, how can I live more present now? Because honestly, some of us have spent years in our past time. We haven't lived since the heartbreak. We haven't lived since the death. We haven't lived since the financial crisis that nearly bankrupted us. We have not lived since the divorce. We have not lived since the miscarriage. We haven't lived since the diagnosis. Some of us have been in the past, in the present, for years. We have lived according to what happened to us, what happened with us, what happened around us, and we haven't lived one day. Now that almost seems crazy, doesn't it? Because you're alive right now. You were alive today. You did stuff today. But did you really? Did you live in your present day? Were you aware of things that happened at work? Were you aware of people talking to you about their life? Were you aware of your ability to smile at somebody else? Were you aware of the present? I want to give you an example because I feel like I could pretty much preach this about myself forever, because one of the toughest things that I've ever had to do is acknowledge that sometimes I'm the problem. I mean, I don't even know why that's a problem. Let's get real. I think I'm epic. Duh. Okay. Seriously. When I moved to Oregon, I mean, I live in Washington, but I moved to Oregon and I got a job. Thank God. And y'all, I'm kind of a rebel. Okay. And while we were at work, this was at the end of January, we had to wear our masks at work. Now, I am not very good at wearing masks, and I'm just talking about me. So this is totally about me. So I often would have to be reminded how to wear it properly. Okay. I don't really like for people to tell me what to do either. So there's two things happening. I like to be a rebel, and then I don't like people telling me what to do. So, you know that I had a very difficult time adjusting, okay? And honestly, I was pretty miserable about it. And I kept thinking, I just don't want to do this. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to do this. Well, to make matters worse, there was a particular older woman there who made my life miserable at work. She literally, now the size of the place where I work is like 3 super Walmarts, okay? It's at an Amazon facility and it's huge, okay? So literally, she would walk around and find me in the building, wherever I was, to see if my mask was down here, if it was up here, if I had it down here. Okay, I've had it everywhere. Y'all, first of all, I was pissed off. I'm just going to tell you from jump, okay? Second of all, I thought to myself, I have to be respectful to this lady because she's older. She's in her late 60s. This is a true story. And I want to honor my elders because that is the way that I was raised. And I often think about my parents, that I don't want anybody to disrespect them because I will check them. And so I thought, I cannot act crazy with this lady, number one, because first, everyone would see. Second, although my parents aren't here, I felt like they would find out and they would be like, we didn't raise you like that. And third, well, I just didn't want to be mean because that's somebody's mama, okay? So I was trying. Okay, not really. I wanted her to bother me so I could check her, all right? Now, I'm going to tell you, I spent all of my present time being angry and complaining about this little lady harassing me while I was at work. I literally complained to everybody. I was like, she gets on my nerve. She's always bothering me, blah, blah, blah. I didn't use the present time to change the situation at first. I used the present time to complain, to be angry, to be frustrated, to be bitter, instead of using the time that I had been given during that process. See, what happens in the present is that you're in a process of something. You're in the process of growing. You're in the process of maturing. You're in the process of letting go of things that have held you captive. The secrets. See, we learned about that last week in the past time. You're letting go of secrets that have kept you stagnant for years. Anyway, this is a very long story, so I'm going to get to the end. Well, we had a blowout and Kareem won. I'm going to just tell you straight. I straight up won. I got so angry at that lady. When she came up to me, I said, ma'am, why are you always harassing me? And yes, I grit my teeth because I was pissed off. I said, you have made it your business to come find me in the store. I said, you are creating a hostile work environment. Y'all, I went straight law on her. I said, quid pro quo defines it as this and this and this and this, which gives you an indication of how much time in the present I had spent hoping that in the future I'd be able to tell her off. So I wasted time in the present being angry and not living and being thankful that I had a job and had somewhere to go and I could make money. I spent the time that I should have been using to advance what I really want to do, which is go to law school. I spent that time researching how to tell her how stupid she was. Now, aren't y'all glad this story is about me and not you? Because I know y'all have never wasted the present time arguing about what happened to you in the past by Brother Cucumber or Sister Penelope, and you literally can't do anything about it. Anyway, so after I finished raising my voice, I said to her, can you leave me alone? Okay, so then, y'all, I went to the managers, and then I went to HR, and I was like, look, is she out of her mind? Are you telling me in this large facility she has nothing else to do but harass me? Bro, I was so upset. They were like, okay, we totally understand. She doesn't have to do that. We've had several complaints about her. Excuse me? You mean to tell me I'm not the first person to complain about her behavior, her demeanor, her contact, her conversation, her mannerism, her tone? I am not the first person. They're like, oh no, we've had several people. And yet, in this present moment, she's still working. Y'all, do you know how upset I was? Let me tell you, y'all think, listen, this story is hilarious, but it is also very, very revelatory. If you can for 2 seconds think about how much time I wasted being upset, presently, every day going to work, dreading it. Oh my God. Woo, every day dreading to go there and be there because I did not want that lady to talk to me because I wanted to choke her. You guys, how many circumstances in your life have you wasted all of your present time thinking about how to destroy something or someone else? Okay, but here's the kicker. It never destroys them. Did y'all know that? Did you know that when you want to do ill will and harm and you want them to experience what they did to you in the past because the secret almost killed you? Do you know that all the energy and all the time that you spend in your present reliving it changes nothing? Y'all. I went home from work that day and I was like, boy, I'm going to write this email. I got my graduate level writing on and I wrote this email and I printed it out and I was like, I cannot wait to turn this in. And I was driving in the car. Now, this went on for a month, 30 days of this crappy harassment, 30 days of present time I lost. This is why this is so mind-boggling that no one is talking about this and no one is demanding that we become accountable. 30 days of time present. Do y'all hear me? 30 days of present time that I could have been thankful. I could have been grateful. I could have helped somebody else. I didn't care. I just wanted everything to be about me. Anyway, so I'm driving in my car. And I was real pissed off because number one, she was getting on my nerve. And number two, everybody was grumpy. I mean, maybe because we had to go to work at 3:45. That might have something to do with it. But I don't like grumpy people. Okay? Y'all, I don't like grumpy people. I don't like to be around grumpy people because I'm not grumpy. I like to be happy in the morning. I like to say hello, all these things. Anyway, so I'm driving in the car. And I was like, you know what, God? I am sick of this. I really want to quit this job. I hate these people. I hate this people. Blah, blah, blah. I was complaining the entire time that I'm driving in a car that's paid for, that I have gas in, that I have food to eat, that I have clothes to wear. See, presently, I can't be thankful for things because all I want to do is be trapped in the past about something that I cannot change. Oh, okay. I hear that. I wanted to use the present moment to gripe and complain about something that happened and I can't do anything about instead of focusing on what I did have. Anyway, so I'm driving and I'm like, God, I'm sick of these people. Okay. Maybe y'all don't talk to the Lord like that. It's fine. I do. And I was like, I don't even want to work there. She gets on my nerve. I was like literally yelling about this lady. And then I said, Jesus, you ought to change these people. They get on my nerve. And I am telling you, as I'm sitting here talking to you, I straight up heard the Lord say, you change it. And I was like, first of all, I do not need you to yell because I can hear perfectly. And I said, how am I going to change it? And so then I proceeded to argue with the Lord about why he told me to do something in my present. Y'all, oh my God, I literally want to slap myself right now because this makes me think of all the time I have wasted, all of the years I have been angry about other things, about other people, about circumstances, when all I had to do was change it. I was like, so y'all know I was more pissed off, right? So I got to work and I was even more mad. I was like, So I was supposed to give the letter to the particular HR leader, but he wasn't there. So then I left work and came back the next day. And so just as plain as I'm sitting here, I heard the Lord say to me, are you going to change it or not? And I was like, no. And I was 100% serious because see, the present time to me, I felt that the time that I have been given graciously would be better spent being like everybody else, passing the buck to everybody else instead of being accountable for me. So I got to work that day. Now this is the next day. And there's no one ever outside in the morning. I don't know. Like, there's nobody outside the building. People just go inside because it's a little chilly here. So when I got as I was coming around the corner, there was somebody standing at the door. And I was like, oh my God, why is somebody at the door? They're never at the door. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to try it, right? So I was walking, and as I got a little bit closer, I was like, hi, good morning. And the guy turned and he was like, good morning. And I was like, oh, that was pleasant. So I walked on inside, and they check our temperatures and all that stuff. And I was like, maybe I'll say it to that girl. And I was like, good morning. And she was like, good morning. How are you? And I was like, y'all know this is only work because I'm like, see, this is what Jesus will do. He'll start doing something. He'll be like, see, I told you. I'm like, that's not going to keep working. Anyway, so then I was walking around the corner. There was this girl that I had seen like many, many times, but we had never talked, just kind of walked by each other or whatever. And then she was like, hey, good morning. What's your name again? I was like, oh, hi, good morning. My name is Carrie. Now, y'all, let me tell you something. That began as a ripple effect. Now, fast forward 2 months from that day to this day, that little old lady is like my BFF right now. I am telling you that when I decided to change, not them, not tell somebody she's whack and she needs to get fired, but when I decided that I was going to change, when I heard the Lord say, you change it, he wasn't asking me to get up there and slap those people, which is what I wanted to do. He was saying, Cree, you need to slap yourself. You need to be accountable to yourself. Why do you have a grumpy attitude? Why are you so sour-faced in the morning? Why aren't you thankful for the present time? Why aren't you thankful for right now? Worthy women, why aren't you thankful? Why aren't you happy? Why aren't you joyful? It doesn't mean that things in your life aren't exactly the way that you want them to be. But see, to be present means to be fully aware of everything that is in a process. See, your life is a process. It's not over. Do you know why? Well, hello, because you're still alive. So it's a process. So why do we think that in order for us to be happy, in order for us to be joyful, we have to be done with the process? Do you know that kids don't grow? They don't stop growing at 18. Do you know they don't stop learning at 18? Let me just help you. Do you know adults don't stop learning at 26, at 36, at 46, at 66? Worthy women, do you know you don't stop experiencing all levels and facets of worthiness and joy and acceptance and peace because you became a mom or a wife? Do you know that your life continues? It is always in a process. It is not finished because we are still alive. Y'all, when I tell you that the entire atmosphere of my building shifted because I was willing to change myself, y'all would be like, Carrie, come on. Okay. If you could come, you would be like, oh my God, it's great. I want to work here too. But if you were to have come when I was living in what was happening in my past time, you'd have been like, oh my God, I hate it here. But what made the difference? I honestly thought to myself, well, what really made the difference? Because she was still the same for like 3 weeks after that. But eventually, she started recognizing that I wasn't going to be who I said I was at first. I was going to be who I really am. I wonder if that's something that you have done. I wonder if people have seen you, but it's not you. It's the you that you want to present to them, but it's not really you. I wonder if you can make a decision to be present with exactly who you are, with exactly the skills that the Lord has blessed you with exactly the knowledge and the wisdom that you need to be present today. See, I don't even need to worry about what's going to happen tomorrow because I'm not there yet and I don't need to worry about that. What I need to be aware of is, have I done today with my present time everything that I am accountable to do? Not the things I think I should be doing, but what am I accountable to do presently? Presently, I need to love myself. Presently, I need to love my children. I need to love my spouse. I need to love my family. Presently, I need to give myself grace if that's what I need to do presently. I need to say, I am smart enough to finish this college degree. Presently, I need to be aware that I am worthy, that I am loved, that I am accepted, that I am everything that I am supposed to be at this time in my life. I am not the secrets of my past. I am not anger. I am not bitter. I am not divorce. I am not abandonment. I am not death. I am not a sickness. I am whole, complete, present. Anyway, I'm now having the best time ever at work. This is a true story. I am enjoying seeing people talk to people that didn't talk to people the first 2 months that I was there. I'm excited to see the atmosphere now versus the atmosphere before. I am excited when an older gentleman came up to me today, Mr. Charlie is his name, and said, "You are sunshine in this building." Well, I wanted to just fall on the floor because I thought, I haven't always been sunshine. I haven't always been present in the moment and made the right choice. But isn't it just like God to give you grace? Isn't it just like God to give you time in the present moment to change something? Y'all, do you know if you don't have a good relationship with somebody, you can change that in the present? Who cares about what happened in the past? That's dead. You can't go back and fix that. You can't go back and rehash it. You can't go back and pick it up. You have to start right now in the present. What was is what was, but what is, and what shall be, well, we don't know because we're not there yet, but it shall be. But I am responsible for what is right now. So Mr. Charlie went on to say, I just love to see you smile. We don't have to wear a mask now. And he said, I love to see you smile. He said, I want to be like you when I grow up. He's 70. Do you know, worthy women, I've realized today that the responsibility I have to be present does not only affect me, it affects everyone that I am around. If I am wasting my present time, I don't know whose life I'm impacting. Because you are impacting lives, whether you're doing exactly what you were supposed to do with your present time or not. So what are you going to do right now? Now. The present is all you have. You don't have the past anymore. And here's the truth. You don't need it no more. But you do have the present. And when you wake up tomorrow, you'll have the present time of that day. What are you going to do with your present time? Remember, worthy women, it is a process. And if it's not at the end, and if it's not good, it's not finished. You need to live in the present. Your life, the lives of your family, the lives of those that have been given to you to guide, depend on it. Be present, worthy women. It's the only way to live. I'll see you next week.